Yes, guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to a new video. This one is going to be going up over Christmas, so I hope you and the family are going to have a good one. Basically, this is going to be how I would approach market structure in 2026 going into the new year. What you need to take into consideration, how to trade it, and ultimately how to apply it to your trading. So I won't waste any more time. We'll get straight into it. So, what is market structure? So, the market itself cannot just move up and move down. It can't just go one direction for a long extended period of time realistically. So what you'll tend to find is you'll have pushes within the market and then pullbacks. And I'm going to show you what they are in the next slide. So you've got to think as the market pushes up, people are looking to take their profits and that will make the market pull back. Vice versa, whether it's going up or down, the same thing can happen whether we're in an uptrend or if we are in a downtrend. The main reason this is important is because these highs and lows can make us identify areas of interest to potentially see what is going to happen in the future. So if we just look at a chart for argument's sake, you can see that even though the market continued to push up here quite aggressively, eventually we had that pullback. Vice versa, if we look at this example where my mouse is, if you go down to the right hand side, pull down, pull back. So push, pull, push, pull. The market is constantly in a tug of war. Like we see on the left example here, you've got the high, price broke it, continued to push, pulled back, had a little retest, and then continued to push to the upside. This is healthy for the market to do. It needs to have pullbacks, it needs to have profit taken, and that will allow us to potentially re enter the market when we need to around areas of interest. So there's three types of market. What do you think they are? So have a little think to yourself now. If you're new to trading, you might not know. If you are experienced, you might go, you know what, I know this. So basically, the first one is going to be an uptrend. An uptrend is identified by the market creating higher highs and higher lows. All that means is that, as you can see here, the highs are getting higher, they're stepping up, which means the market is continuing to push higher, albeit we are having the pullbacks whilst that is happening. So the highs are getting higher, and so are the lows. This would mean that the buyers are in control of the market, and you are probably best if you are on the side of the buys. Looking to trade against the market sometimes can work. Everyone wants that great reversal, but at the end of the day, it's not realistic from a long-term scenario. Okay, so if we're looking at an uptrending market, we are looking to buy. Now, if the market is pushing to the upside, what are potentially areas we can use to buy and get into the market at premium areas? It would look like this. So if you are looking for an uptrend, a simple break and retest is always going to be a good entry. It's super basic. It's what you'll hear a lot of beginner traders using. I feel like all of us, when I got into trading, 9 years ago, honestly, break and retest, it's the first thing you think. It's the easiest thing to trade, and you think that it's the holy grail. Does it work? Yes. Is it going to obviously work 100% of the time? No. An entry that I prefer, which again usually gives you a better risk to reward and chance of upside, is a retest of that higher low. So if price is continuing to push like so, and as we can see, price is pushing higher here. If price was to come back down and retest this higher low where my mouse is, then that would obviously indicate a good area that we can look to buy. So I would personally opt for this one on the right. However, the entry in the middle is just as good. If we are looking at a downtrend, how is that identified? It's identified by the highs of the market getting lower and the lows in the market getting lower. You can clearly see here that these highs where my mouse is continuing to push lower, and that shows that the sellers are in control of the market. Does that mean that it's always going to be moving down? No, the market can change at any given point, but as a whole, you can see the characteristics of this up and the downtrend. Just like the entry areas in the uptrend, if we look here, good areas to enter in a downtrend. So you can see you've got your break and retest, which again can be used, and then you've got your retest, or what we like to call potentially a double top continuation. Obviously, a double top is a good reversal pattern if you are looking to see a change in a trend, but there is going to be a video uploaded soon which breaks down that, so subscribe if you are looking to see that video. So these are the two areas. What would they look like in a real life market? It would look like this. So your break and retest simply means you've got a low, a lower high, you've then created another lower low, price comes back in to retest the previous low before continuing to the downside to create a new low. So if we look at what we saw here, which is literally this middle example here, that's exactly what's happened here. Retest of the low, continuation to the downside, and everything's good. Another example on the right hand side of your screen is what we see here. This is what you could call almost like the double top scenario. Price has continued pushing to the downside. It's come up to retest that main high, which created the new low within the market, and then price sold off of that. So that gives you a good entry area, better risk to reward, and ultimately, the better the risk to reward, the more money you are potentially going to make dependent on your risk. The last bit of a market that you can train is a ranging market. So a ranging market basically just means that the market is moving sideways. There's no real direction. You will tend to find that there are smaller trends within a range. So if we look here, you could say price was trending down, then up, then down, then up. But ultimately, price is literally just moving sideways. Now, in all honesty, I do like a ranging market. And what we do in the gold group where I send my gold positions, a ranging market is actually really good because you're going to get more potential trades. However, the risk to reward might be a little bit lower. So a trending market, you are potentially going to have good runners where price continues to push with your open position. A ranging market, what you might do is just opt to take TP when you get it and take it from there. And obviously the link to the gold group is in the description as well. The best way that I would identify market structure personally would be to zoom out of your chart. So looking at it from more of a larger perspective, just to see what is happening with the overall basis of the market. You can see here clearly on the left-hand side of the screen, price was trending up. Then we had it trending down, up, down, and then price continued then to push higher, and you could use this structure potentially to use it to your advantage. So you can see here, price is continuing pushing down. We then had a break retest here, the break retest again there, break retest there. So multiple times these kind of entries do play out. So if I'm looking at a chart just from a general perspective, I am looking to zoom out to see the bigger picture, and then that way off the back end of that, I'm looking at more historical data rather than just the, stuff over the last day. I'm looking at it over a larger amount of time. So they're the three types of markets in a very quick way, how I would potentially trade them. If you have found that useful, please subscribe. And like I say, there is a link to the community where I send my gold trades in the description. We're currently doing a flip challenge at the minute, turning £200 into as much as possible. The account has currently doubled in size within a week, so we're making good progress. Any questions, drop them below, and I'll see you in the next video.